Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by
Sphere Exclusives. Looking for exclusive content from your favorite podcasts here at the Sphere? Head over to sphere.tv/Patreon and sign up today. True Digital Media Consulting. You're online right now and so are your customers, but marketing has to be a consistent journey. True Digital Media Consulting can help with your online ads, organic growth, and so much more. Contact us today at 832-934-4436 or visit our website at truedigitalmediaconsulting.com. coldhardfash.com. At Cold Hard Fash, our mission is to support creativity in fashion, beauty, and the arts. To connect with culture creators, follow us on Instagram at Cold Hard Fash and subscribe at www.coldhardfash.com.
Hello.
Well,
What's up? Good morning, everybody. This is LaShonda Johnson here on the Sphere Podcast Network on The Money Factor. I'm your certified financial educator and also the co-founder of the Houston Housewives of Finance. I know it's weird seeing me on a Wednesday. It's weird being here on a Wednesday, but it is what it is. Okay, so today I have a very special guest hostess with me. My good friend Tony Sanders, shout out to Tony. She's on vacation sharing her birthday time. Her birthday is actually tomorrow.
Oh, happy
Tomorrow,
early birthday.
Yes, tomorrow's her birthday. So she's enjoying some special time with her husband on vacation. So in sitting in her place to share with me today or to be a guest co-hostess with me today is someone that's not a stranger to the show. She's been here several times before, very knowledgeable, and she's also an affiliate with the Houston Housewives of Finance, and man, very knowledgeable about the topic of financial literacy and several other things. But I just happen to really love her conversation, so I'm glad that she's my co-hostess today, Mrs. Dr. Aisha Asby.
Well, thank you and good morning, everyone. I'm glad to be here this morning. Again, I'm Dr. Aisha Asby. I am also a certified financial education instructor, and I'm so happy just to be here again with you, LaShonda. It's always a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure
to be here
yes.
and just to share with the people today. And guys know that. Before I start, happy birthday shout out to Tony. Enjoy your break. I listen, birthdays are special, and then to have the opportunity to share it with your husband and your family. Enjoy yourself.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Speaking of birthdays, man, I do want to dedicate this show to my mom. Today is her birthday, my late mother. She would have been 80 years old today.
Wow.
And man, everything that I am and all my special talents and just who I'm as a person, I feel is crafted from her. So,
Wow.
you know, that's I miss my mom so much. And if you have your mom, please, you guys cherish your moms. You only get one, and they're very special. So I miss mom, and I always say to God, give my mom a kiss for me and tell her I love her. So. Okay, we'll move on before I start getting teary-eyed.
Right? I don't want to cry either. It's too early in the morning.
Okay. So tell us about you, Dr. Aisha Asby. That's a tongue twister. She's got 2 A's, so double A.
Double A.
Yes. So tell us what you have your doctorate in.
All right. Well, my PhD is in clinical psychology. And so I started off just wanting to help children and families. Well, that's still a desire of mine, to help children and families, become stronger as they grow older, become more confident, more self-aware, more active in their development.
Oh, wow.
So,
okay.
And as I, progressed in my training, I just expanded that desire to not only focus on the mental health, but also on the financial health of the families.
Wow.
And the physical health. Because when we talk about our financial well-being and our mental health well-being, they go hand in hand. And
Absolutely.
that's something that, we tend to overlook, is that connection. And so I'm like, you know what? And it affects the children. Because
Yes.
when parents are stressed out, they can take that stress out on their children. And so that makes it a chaotic and a stressful family environment. And then you see it manifest in the schools. When children act out in schools, it can be because there's some things going on at home.
At home. Most times that's the case, right? Okay. And that's very relevant to, like she said, financial illiteracy. Financial illiteracy affects the whole entire family, just not the parents, but it
Exactly.
affects the whole entire family because the stress that the parents are experiencing
Yes.
definitely flows down to the children. And so I wish we had more time to talk about that topic because mental health is very important.
Yes, it
And
is.
it's funny how money ties into every aspect of our lives.
And you would not,
you
you
would not
won't
even
think
make the
about-
connection.
No, because when I'll tell you a funny story, when I switched my careers, well, it's not really switched, but when I switched my focus to financial literacy and financial education, the question I received was, well, your psychology, that doesn't make sense. But like you said, it makes a lot of sense because our financial health well-being does impact our physical well-being as well as our
Yes.
mental health well-being.
Yes.
A lot of issues within the relationship is due to finances. It's
Wow.
nothing that we don't talk about. It may be, but it's the underlying thing. It's finances. Like, we could have a whole conversation
About
just
that.
on that.
Actually, that's something that we'll have to do. We will have to do a show that addresses that. And so today we are going to talk about financial literacy. This is still Financial Literacy Month, April, all the way to the end.
We still have more days.
Is Financial Literacy Month. Although this is not a topic that we just talk about once a year, we talk about this consistently every day,
Yes.
365 days of the year. We're addressing financial wellness. And so today we want to start off talking about some statistics. I know a lot of you see us talking about the Saving Your Future book. If you don't have the Saving Your Future book, you have to reach out to us, okay? You can definitely contact myself. I'm LaShonda J at HoustonHousewivesOfFinance.com. And you can also contact Aisha.
And I'm at draisha.asby@gmail.com.
Okay. So we want you to have this book, okay? This book is well over 1 million in circulation. And man, it's incredible information in here that I wish I would have had my hands on actually when I was about 18, 19 years old.
Yes, if I had this book, even when I was an undergrad, my life would be different. Oh my God,
Man. I would probably look the same, but
but my
definitely
relationship with money would be different.
not be the same.
Not at all.
And
Oh
thank
my
God that I'm able to have this information now, is able to get it now. But man, if we know better, we do better.
Exactly.
And so you just think about when you start being exposed to information, you just think about all the years
Exactly.
that kind of, I won't say are wasted years, but they're unproductive years financially because of the lack of knowledge.
Right.
And so
Right. And you know what? And it's a learning experience. I look at it as a learning experience, a true learning experience, because the mistakes that I've done, just because of my lack of understanding about credit, about debt management, about credit cards. Because, and I'll say, in undergrad, we had like the credit card companies would line up.
Oh,
And I mean, you just giving away the credit cards. And I'm thinking it's free money, not understanding that, okay, this has to be paid back fairly soon and that interest rate is rising.
right.
So I'm like, and so right now I just share with everyone listening, especially college students, stay away from those tables.
Yes.
The T-shirts and the pens and the free gifts, stay away.
Well,
It's a trap.
here's the thing that I've said. I mean, and I know that you're a college planning professional as well. So am I. Oh my gosh, I forgot that. But here's the thing, you guys. We are introducing our children into the debt world or the debt arena, the debt cycle through college. That's our first introduction to debt, really, is when we go to college. So some kids are literally coming straight out of high school, going straight into debt. Through collegiate education. And as parents, we have a way to control that or to at least, circumvent that by getting the education so we can prepare for our children in advance and help them to basically to go into college with it already being prepared for, being paid for, but also allowing them, a step ahead when they get out of college, because you're carrying that debt with you. Again, these are it's so many things we could talk about during Financial Literacy Month, and that's a big one. So it's so many shows that we still have to do to talk about these things. But let's get to the Saving Your Future book. This morning, we want to share with you some very important information. As a part of World System Builder, we are literally building a new industry. And when I say a new industry, you think about, what's a new industry? Well, bottled water became a new industry because we didn't have it.
Right.
We had it at the stores where you could, go and fill up the big tanks or whatever and take it home. But then there's all kinds of bottled water now. There's a whole aisle of bottled water. It's a new industry. There's several things that began to be a new industry. Cell phones became a new industry. There's so many things that became a new industry. So in the financial services arena, we're creating a new industry because the current industry, unfortunately, is not servicing everyone. It takes care of those who have.
Exactly.
And when I say it takes care of those who have, it actually helps them to plan how to invest, and it's professional money-based management, but you have to be established to be able to do that.
Yes, and for people who like middle class, lower class, every class needs to understand money and how it works. And so the things that the rich or the wealthy have been doing, we are now being able to share that with other people. So that way we can now benefit from those advances, in the products and the services, so that we can all grow to retire comfortably and have a saving.
And the sad thing is that people with money don't understand money, and people without money don't understand money. I've found in my 10 years of practice, I've been a licensed professional for 10 years. This is my 10th year. I found that I have clients all over the spectrum economically. And the common thing that they all have in common is that they don't understand money. And so financial illiteracy is a huge problem. It is not something that just surfaced just today. It is a problem that has existed in our country for years, but not just this country, because I've traveled to other countries. I have conversations with people in other countries, and it's a problem there as well. So we're going to get into the Saving Your Future book, but before we do that, let's take just a few moments to talk about our first sponsor. Okay. And our first sponsor happens to be the Sphere Podcast Network. Yes. So if you're looking for exclusive content that you can't find anywhere else, look no further than our Sphere exclusive found on the Patreon. Okay. We've got behind the scenes shots happening daily at the Sphere Podcast Studios. Each show on the podcast network curates episodes that are only delivered through the Patreon subscribers. Plus, we deliver the show live from start to finish. Okay, so this is a VIP experience. Okay, so the show is delivered through the Discord server that is exclusive only to the Patreon family. So you can sign up by going to www.thesphere.tv/Patreon. Okay, to join, you're looking at $2, $5, or $8. That's very cheap for a VIP experience.
Okay.
And through that membership, you'll be able to get access to all of exclusive content that's offered here at the Sphere. So you guys go do that. Boom.
All right, come on. Get it.
Go take care of that, okay? That's a velvet rope experience for $2, $5, or $8 a month, okay? So let's go to the Saving Your Future book.
Yes.
I want to share some statistics with you because this is very shocking, alarming. It requires our attention. And that is the statistics that flow through actually Canada and the U.S.
Yes.
According to recent surveys, North Americans are facing serious financial challenges. Okay? In Canada, 35% of Canadians do not have any savings or investments. Only 27% of private sector workers have an employer-funded pension plan. The average savings in registered retirement savings plans is only $55,000. And let's take a look at the U.S. The U.S. is, I mean, man, it's not good. Okay, no. We're coming in lower at 33% or more than 77 million of Americans don't pay their bills on time.
And the crazy thing about this, I hate to say it, but I'm still a statistic.
You know, and people float in and out of that depending on their financial circumstance
in life.
But the thing is, you have to understand where you stand. You have to know that this is going on. And most people that are struggling feel like I'm the only person struggling.
Right.
Well, look at this statistic. You are not the only person struggling. We're at 33% of 77 million of Americans are not paying their bills on time. So you're not the only one that's past due. Let's continue. Okay. In addition to that, 39% carry credit card debt from month to month. That means we're not paying off our balances. We're carrying the debt. And if we're carrying the debt, then guess what's happening?
We're debt increases.
We're paying
more.
Enormous amount of interest. Okay. Let me talk about that for a second. Because a lot of us have retail credit cards. Retail credit cards. We're talking about the Macy's of the world, the Best Buys of the world, the Nordstroms, the Dillards, the J.C. Penney's,
even Lowe's and Home Depot.
The Lowe's, the Home Depots. The average interest that you're paying on these credit cards is roughly about 22 to 24%. You know, on the low end, maybe 18, 19%, but most of them are in the 20 percentile and over.
Yes.
So, I mean, oh my gosh, did we read that? I mean, you agreed to that.
And you know what? The crazy thing is, we see it, but it doesn't register.
It doesn't register
until we get that bill.
I want to say that we don't even read it. We don't even read it. We're excited to be extended the credit. We can go get what we want right now because we're not patient. We lack discipline, and we're not consistent in being patient or being disciplined. So therefore, we just get excited about it. We sign on the dotted line, and literally before they can even mail us the card, we've used the credit right away.
Already.
And we haven't even read how much we're going to have to pay back. We're just concerned about what will my monthly payment be.
Right.
But you're not concerned with the interest. If you hear someone say, what amount of interest am I paying? Then you know you're dealing with someone who understands money.
Exactly.
If you just ask how much the payment is, you know you're dealing with someone that doesn't understand money.
Right. And then when you look at your statement and you see how long it takes to just pay it back, like sometimes say like and it will tell you on the statement how much you'll actually be paying back when as you make your payments, just the minimum payment. And I looked at a statement before and I'm like, oh, no, I was about to say something else, but I forgot where we were. Like, you got to pay this off sooner because, you know, like you said, we get caught with that interest rate.
Exactly.
And that rule of 72 hits in. And like,
it can work in the reverse for you.
Right.
Okay.
But with credit cards.
Absolutely. So credit was not meant to be, it was not established for us to take out loans for ourselves. It was established for us to just pay it off in 30 days. But we're not doing that. So let's go back to the book. You want to take the next one, Aisha?
Sure. Only 59% of adults say they have savings. And when you think about that, that's for emergency funds, savings for even a new car, the basics. Like if an emergency happens, do you have the money set aside just to take care of that?
No.
Exactly.
People don't.
They don't, because we live check to check.
It just said that. Oh, that's coming up next.
Yeah. So,
but no.
Yeah, and again, I was a statistic.
So
I mean, reading this book, I saw myself, and that's what made me say, you know what? I refuse to be a statistic.
Yes.
Let me learn and do what I need to do, and that's what we all have to make that decision to say, I will no longer be a statistic.
Yes.
Guys, if you're listening, I will need you to say that to yourself.
Yes.
I will no longer be a statistic.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
So let's go back to the book.
Let's go back to the book.
All right.
And the next one?
So who's
No, worse.
Worse. More than half now think it's acceptable to default on their mortgage if they can't afford to pay it. And I've heard of that before. And I'm like, really?
You know, people are doing that. You know, we have a lot of situations in the previous past to thank for that, like the subprime mortgage lending crash. But here's a situation. You know, we've got to pay where we stay.
Right.
If you default on the mortgage, you still have to go stay someplace.
Right. And that's going to look bad. And it's going to be hard to get another home later on, even to rent. Rental properties will look at that, and they'll be even hard to get a rental property. So
we're not making conscious decisions. It's our financial lack of discipline that's causing us more money in the long run. Let's go back to the book.
Let's go back to the book.
And then it goes on to say, most of us don't wait to become a statistic to know that we're in trouble. These problems are all around us. They happen to our own family and our friends' family. So basically, we don't have to look far to see someone that's impacted by these things.
No.
Just look in your own family. If it's not you yourself, look in your own family, your friends, your circle of acquaintances, someone that you know very close to you they're in this statistic.
Yes.
They're in this statistic.
Yeah.
And so it's unfortunate. But this is
because we don't know.
And we
don't know.
We don't know, but also we could take responsibility for our behaviors.
Yes.
A lot of the things that we're doing with money can be controlled by our decisions. So, but our decisions need to be fueled by education. That's why financial literacy is so important.
Yes, the importance to make informed decisions.
Exactly.
And that's it. Because we don't, like I said, we don't know what we don't know, but we need to take the responsibility to now get the information, get the knowledge. And that's why we're on this national campaign for financial literacy, because the goal is to educate, to inform, so that way our communities, our families can make informed decisions. Because through this campaign, I was able to take steps forward so that way I can no longer be a statistic. So I start to save, start to reduce my debt, start to put my family and myself in a position where I can retire comfortably.
Absolutely. The other thing too is, you guys, my mom used to say to me, paid sense is the best sense. Most of us have made some mistakes that have cost us dearly.
Oh my God.
You would think that we would learn from those or run towards some education so that we won't make those same mistakes. But some of us are still repeating the same behaviors, the same mistakes, and we're still living the same cycle of financial, illiteracy and poverty.
Yes.
And so it's our decision to change that. We have to make a decision to change that. So unfortunately, you guys, Facebook Live is ending, unfortunately.
Oh.
Now, the show is not ending. We're going to be on here all the way through this hour. But in order for you to go back and watch the show in its entirety, you will have to subscribe. You need to go subscribe right now, this moment, this second, to the Sphere. Do it now. While you're there, we would love for you to write a review. Click on iTunes and write a review. Let us know what you think, how the show has helped you. If you have any suggestions for us, constructive criticism, we take it, we like it, we love it, okay? Go ahead and do that right now. Then we need you to share the show, okay? For those of you who have tuned in this morning, we really appreciate it. But we need you to share the show. We're trying to reach the masses with education about financial literacy. The only way we're going to do that is that you spread the news through your social network as well. So please share the show. While you're there, also, you can donate. We provide this show to you completely complimentary. You can donate one time, or you can become a regular donation patron. Any way you'd like to do it, we'd like it, we'd love it, okay? So please go do that right this moment, this second, right now. Remember, the show is not ending, but Facebook Live is ending.
So join us.
You have to go and subscribe and come back and watch the rest of the show.
We got a lot of good stuff to talk about.
Absolutely. All right, so let's continue. Let's go back to the Blue Book. I tell you, this book is loaded with information. So you want to pick up where it says it's
Sure.
ironic?
So it's
Aisha?
ironic that we live in one of the wealthiest countries in the world, but we always have money problems. We can work hard all our lives, but retire poor. We do so much to raise our kids just to see them finish college with a lot of debt. Debt becomes a way of life. And the crazy thing about this is that we hear so many, like, we partner with a lot of people who are from out of the country, who were not born here in the United States. And the first thing they tell you is that when they moved here, that's the first time they had to have debt. They didn't know
They didn't
debt.
understand
They
it?
didn't understand debt when
No.
they came but until they came to this country, it was as if they had to get into debt in order to, just to buy a car, to buy a house. Debt is necessary. And so,
Like you said, many other countries, they do not have a credit system. It's cash and carry. Over here, you really can't tell in America who has and who doesn't, because we can all hide behind credit. We can all drive a fancy car and not really be totally cash poor. We can live
drowning in debt.
Drowning. We can, wear the fanciest outfits, live in the fanciest houses, live the fanciest lifestyle, and be dead broke. Be dead broke. All on credit. And it's really crippled our country, really, to be honest. It has.
Yeah, it's sad, like I said, and it's something that, we're always struggling to run from.
Yes.
And it's hope, and with this campaign, our mission is to help people get out from under that.
Yes.
And be better to better manage it. Although it's something that we must have in this country, it's about managing it now.
Absolutely.
So that it doesn't
And
control us.
You don't have to have debt. It's not mandatory. It means, you can establish credit without being in mounds of debt. It's just that we want so much. We end up piling up purchases on things that we don't have the money to pay for. So that's where we create the debt holes. And then, of course, we don't earn enough money to pay all that stuff off. So we're carrying balances, like it says, from month to month.
Right.
So, again, you've got to get educated. Speaking of getting educated, first and foremost, we need you to be a part of our national campaign for financial literacy. That's what this button over here.
So you said
That's what this button is all about. The National Campaign for Financial Literacy through World System Builder. We're in our third year of the National Campaign for Financial Literacy. Our goal is to educate 1 million people by 2020. And by golly, we're going to do that. We're doing it.
Yes.
We're in our third year. And next year is 2020. And we're going to hit that number. And I tell you, if you come out to participate in our workshops, you will see just how much you don't know. Like I said, people don't know what they don't know. And so you will learn so much to be able to increase your skills in personal money management. Why don't you become your own money manager?
Right.
Why don't you do that? Why not do that? Who's more interested in your money than you are?
No one.
No one.
And
Oh my
especially when you go
gosh.
to the advisors, you pay for the consultations, but still they're looking at their bottom line.
Yes.
Well, we need to look at our bottom line, and that's
Absolutely.
the whole point. That we need to be more mindful of our
own bottom line. You are the president of your household.
Yes.
You are the CEO of your household. You're the CFO of your household. And speaking of advisors, our services are complimentary. That means free.
Yes.
That means complimentary. Complimentary means free. Did we say free? We said free.
Yes.
So here's where you can come to our locations. Okay. First and foremost, on Tuesdays, if you don't, no, I think it's Saturday. So let's go to West Houston. You can come and join me in West Houston. The address is 11111. That's 5 1s, Suite 100. And that is Katy Freeway, Houston, Texas, 77079. Wednesday, which is tonight, we will be there. Come out, you guys. Don't let Financial Literacy Month escape you without coming out to a free financial workshop. We're holding it tonight at 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then on Saturday, you can come to the same location at 10 a.m. and get educated. It's free. Oh my
Free.
gosh. But the value of this, you guys, is priceless. don't take for granted something that's free. Just because it's free does not mean it doesn't have value.
Exactly.
This has a huge amount of value for you and how you're going to function in life with your finances and with your money. Okay. So you can also come out on Mondays.
Yep, on Mondays and Thursdays at the Shadow Creek. So if you're on the south side, Pear Lane area, you can come out to the Shadow Creek Financial Center, and that address is 11233 Shadow Creek Parkway. Again, that's 11233 Shadow Creek Parkway, Suite 255. And it's from 7 to 9. The workshops are on every Thursday. So come out and hear and listen, because yes, it is, and again, it is free, complimentary. Free does have value.
Yes.
Many people think that, well, it's free, there's not much
There's
value.
not much value to it.
No.
That's so not true.
This is so much, it's so much valuable to you and to your future. So you want to come out and share and participate in these workshops and other sessions, because again, it is so, it's going to change your life. It changed
It's life
mine.
changing.
It is.
Yes.
It is. So
We're recipients.
listen,
Yes.
we are one of the million.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's no way I'm going to say, hey, I'm in a campaign to educate 1 million people, and me and my family and my closest friends are not involved in it.
Exactly.
They have to be involved in it.
That's
so
hypocritical.
on Tuesdays and Saturdays, I think they just do the workshops on Saturdays there, though.
So at the Northwest Financial Center.
On Saturdays, okay? If you're in North Houston, then you can go out to 13831 Northwest Freeway, Suite 215. And that's Houston, Texas 77040. And Tony Sanders will be there, so ask for Tony. And you can get the education that you need there. The workshops are offered there. If none of these locations work, then please go ahead and text us. You can text all one word, ask HHOF. Ask HHOF to 31996, and we'll let you know where a location is nearest you. We have several locations throughout the U.S. and in Canada.
Right.
Okay, so we don't care where you go. You just have to go. Okay,
It's
go
so
and get
invaluable.
the education, you guys.
Yes.
I mean, it's not negotiable whether or not you should be educated about your money. We've got to stop negotiating with how we're managing our finances and making excuses. We've got to become active in how we manage our money, and not passively saving, I figured out whenever it figures out, and then from day to day we're making financial decisions without the proper knowledge.
Exactly.
It's just not going to work anymore. It's not going to work
Not
for
in
you.
this day and time.
No, not in this day and time.
No.
Okay, so let's go back to the Saving Your Future book.
All right. So we don't have much, and we don't know much, like we were talking about before. Nobody teaches us how to manage our money in school. Financial issues are not often discussed, and financial products not always explained. Most people have trouble balancing their own checkbook and reading a financial statement. We use credit cards every day and don't always understand all the hidden charges, like we discussed earlier.
Yes.
We buy insurance policies and stick them in the file cabinet. We contribute to our 401k or RRSP and hope someone will take care of it. We all want to have a comfortable retirement, but few have a plan. We may be active spenders, but passive savers. Exactly what we talked about before. So it's time that we become more knowledgeable, that we seek the help, because the help is out there. We are here, and the information is available.
Absolutely.
So,
not only is the information available, but I mean, the conversation and the topic of financial literacy is becoming more prevalent in our world today, because I mean, almost everybody is talking about money.
yeah.
There's a lot of people talking about money. They're not all licensed professionals, but everybody seems to have something to say about money these days.
Right.
And so, man, it's everywhere. When you Google topics about money, conversations about money, there's so many organizations that are beginning to address the issue of money. But Financial Literacy Month is one time a year that we get to really, drive this message home. And we've got to be active in participating. Things are not going to change just by you, I wish they would change. You've got to do something to make them change. You have to change in order for your financial situation to change. So it's that time in our show that we need to go to our next sponsor. which happens to be cold, hard fash. Oh,
Cold,
wait a minute.
hard
I think,
fash.
is it? No, it's True Digital. Okay, so it's True Digital. You're online right now, and so are your customers. Yes,
Okay,
everybody's
come on.
online these days. The question is, how do you actively reach them? Marketing has to be a consistent journey, and we're here to walk with you every step of the way. True Digital Media Consulting can help with website development, online ads, your business reputation, and organic growth on search engines.
Okay, because everyone's on using their phone or some kind of social
Absolutely.
media.
So give them a call today to discuss a customized strategy for your business at 832-934-4436 or send an email to info@truedigitalmediaconsulting.com. So mention the Spear to receive a free 30-minute strategy consultation.
You know what I'm saying?
See what you're saying?
I see what
Yes.
you're saying.
We see what you're saying. You know what? If you're a business owner and you're not online and you're not using marketing through digital platform, then I don't know what to say. You're going to have to call True Digital. Okay. So let's go back to the Saving Your Future book.
Awesome. All right. So it's possible that we don't know what we don't know, and you have to accept it. Okay.
Yeah, I like where you, yes.
Accept it.
Accept that
Accept
you don't know what
that
you don't know.
And now
Yes.
move forward.
Yes.
Because even though the financial industry is one of the largest industries in the world, and even though we are flooded with financial news, channels, and websites, financial literacy is as murky as ever, which what we spoke about before,
It's a
because there's so
fact.
much information
It's a
is out
fact.
there now.
Yeah.
But it's a matter of now having a discernment as to what is true, what is beneficial, what is really is going to help us. Let's go back
Absolutely.
to the blue book, because this is just it's good stuff. There is a jungle of complex rules, regulations, and guidelines for the thousands of stocks, bonds, funds, savings plans, credit cards, and loans out there. But we need to change, and the task won't be easy. But we need understanding first. The old days of passive dependence have to end. A new era of proactivism and financial freedom must begin.
Must.
That means
I like the two words there. End and must. You know,
Mhm.
begin, you know.
Yes.
So
Because you know what? At this time, there's, like you said, no more negotiations.
no. People have been negotiating for far too long.
Yes.
And that's why we're in the position that we're in, because
Yes.
we keep negotiating with ourselves. Oh, I'll take care of it next month. I'm going to start next month. I'll just start in the new year, because we're getting closer to 2020.
Right.
You know, we're like almost halfway
In
to
the
the new
month-
year, and this
and-
year just began.
Right. And days pass and days pass, and then another year comes and you still hadn't begun. So it's like, okay, no, draw the line in the sand.
Yes.
So today, it must begin today. So
But don't keep, redrawing the line. You
no,
know, you
yeah,
know how we
don't
do.
erase it and
You're
then
like,
draw
oh,
it.
okay. Do over.
No.
Okay. All right. I'm ready to start for real this time. You go to the next line. And then you're like, oh, I messed up. Let's go draw the next line. We keep doing it. You're going to draw lines all the way into retirement and be dead broke in retirement, or just dependent on a mere $1,400-$1,500 that Social Security is going to give you. But Social Security is saying by the year 2035, hey, listen up, you guys. We're not going to be able to pay 100% of the benefit, the promised benefit. Now, it used to be 2037. It's dropped down to 2035.
And that is why we hear so much more now about the financial issues and money, because the baby boomers are now getting ready for retirement. And so they're really
They're
concerned.
already retiring.
They're retiring. And now,
And they don't have it.
and it's like, oh, what are we going to do now?
Now you're coming up on Gen Xers.
Yes.
Gen Xers, we're nearing retirement. Baby boomers are there, and because baby boomers are our parents, we're now
Yes.
supplementing our parents' retirement with our own income.
The sandwich
Absolutely,
generation.
we're the sandwich generation. So we're like, oh my gosh, how are we going to do this? I got to take care of my parents. My children need me, and I can't leave me out.
Right.
So it's becoming a very difficult situation for those of us who are Gen Xers. And baby boomers are just like, hey, I birthed you. You can help me.
Like, okay,
yeah, and we're
Mom,
like,
Dad,
okay, let me see what I can do.
Because
And
we love
so-
our parents and we want to be there for them.
And everything that we're passing on to baby boomers, to our parents, is taken out of our pockets.
yes.
And so,
Because we're
man,
not prepared.
we're in a pickle, you guys. We're in a serious pickle. That's why the words must are there,
Uh-huh.
because we must. We've got to do better. Let's go back
Yes.
to the Saving Your Future book. And it says, we need to change, and the task won't be easy, but we need understanding first. I don't know how you're going to change something that you don't know how to change. That's why it says you need understanding first. So for this book, we want to explain finances as how a friend would talk to another friend. That's what we do here on The Money Factor. We make things very simple and very, not only simple, but understandable.
Right.
You know?
It doesn't go over.
It doesn't go over your head. It makes you want to engage. So we want to make it simple enough using common language for common people. Most people are very common, you know, and the thing we hear people say in our practice, because I know you're a licensed professional, so am I, we hear people say things like, you know, I don't understand all that stuff. I just don't understand it, you know.
All the time.
I don't get into that. You know, I don't get into that. I just put money in my savings account. You know, that stuff is too complicated. I hear people say that.
Yeah, and it's not. It's so
not.
simple.
If you take the time to come and learn, then you'll be surprised at what you will learn, and you will be surprised how not complicated it is.
And especially
it's not
when,
complicated.
No, and especially when we put it into action.
Yes.
That's the thing. So it's not just about coming and get the knowledge and the information, but it's applying it.
Immediately.
Immediately.
Yes.
And when you apply it, it's like, oh my God, it makes so much sense.
Why didn't I do
that
this years ago?
That's how I felt when I first
Oh my
started.
gosh.
I'm like, oh my God.
Me too. I felt the same way. I was like, oh, I just feel cheated because I didn't know. But let's go back to the Saving Your Future book, because there's some other valuable tips that we need to see here. Okay. So like I said, we want to make it simple enough for common people. We don't intend to get into a lot of detail, because that's not the point. The point is we want to try to use simple examples and common assumptions. The best we can hope for is to get your attention and interest into financial matters for you to obtain some basics of how money works. It is the first step towards your financial future. Like many of us, once you enter the gate of financial knowledge, yes, because we've both gone through that gate, you'll discover that it's doable to understand, plan, and build a financial foundation for your family. Remember, there is nobody more interested in your financial future than you are. Definitely not the government, your employer. It's your responsibility to learn the simple rules of how money works. Understanding how money works is part of taking care of your family. You can do it. You can control your future.
It's doable.
It's doable. You can do it.
We just have to have a
And
mindset.
And if you feel like, no, I just cannot do it, it intimidates me, that's where you come to our workshops.
That's
We'd
right.
love for you to go visit our website, which is www.hhofinance.com. And you can go there, click on the blue button, schedule an appointment. You'll see that they're free, FREE, free. You can schedule an appointment for an annual review. Maybe you've already started a plan and it's been years since you looked at it. Bring it in. We'll review it for you and help you revise it and make it current. If you have never had a personal financial strategy session, you've got to schedule
Please get one.
You guys, these are free, but let me tell you, the value of them ranges from $600 to $1,000 or more for the time that we spend with you, just putting together and crafting a personal plan for you. You don't pay, but there's definitely a very huge value on it.
Yes.
And thank God they don't pay.
Right.
Because you would have to be writing a check for $600 to $1,000 for that initial consultation.
Right.
But we provide that to you complimentary, which is free.
And think of it this way, LaShonda. So when we go to the doctor, we get that initial consultation, that initial evaluation to see where we are regarding our physical health. And we go through, get all these questions, answer these questions about our health, our eating habits, our exercise habits, medication. So that way the doctor can have a good starting point to know how to help us get better or whatever, if it's preventative.
Correct.
Or intervention. So think of this as your financial
checkup.
checkup.
Yes.
Your doctor. So you're seeing some financial doctors.
Absolutely. We're
So
money doctors.
Money doctors.
We're
okay.
money doctors.
Money
Hey,
doctors. Hey.
hey.
Okay. We're MDs. Money
Yes,
doctors. To help
absolutely.
you see where you need to be. And then you could start, we can help you guide and direct you.
Correct.
To where you need to be to
We
reach
can
your financial
prescribe
goal.
the right solutions. Okay.
Yes.
We
Come
cannot
on.
do that without
on, money
sitting down
doctor.
with you.
Come on, money doctor,
Hey,
LaShonda.
hey, okay.
Mhm.
Listen, you guys, this is serious.
Yes, it is.
Let me tell you, if you haven't seen a money doctor, which would be, of course, Houston Housewives of Finance official.
So,
If it doesn't say official,
So,
it's not us. Okay? You can check us out on all our social media outlets, which include Instagram, Twitter. We're on Meetup. We're on Facebook, of course, as the Houston Housewives of Finance official. Make sure you like the right page. Some of you are still liking our old page. Make sure it says the Houston Housewives of Finance official. Okay. You can follow us on Twitter as well. Man, we're everywhere. We're Googleable. Okay. Just Google us. Okay. And you'll be able to find us. We're here to assist you. We have many affiliates to be able to help you. We want to help you reach your optimal money goal, but you
Yes.
have to have an examination first.
Yes.
Okay. Speaking of, we're going to jump right into this 30 tips.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay. We need to go over this. We'll go back to, we have a lot of shows that we're going to talk about the Saving Your Future book, but I want to talk about these 30 tips to financial wellness. Okay. So Financial Literacy Month, 30 financial wellness, 30 steps to financial wellness. Financial Literacy Month is a celebration and a challenge. It is a chance to reflect on the state of our personal finances and an opportunity to improve those finances one step at a time. The 30 steps of Financial Literacy Month are designed to help you identify your money weaknesses and turn them into strengths.
There you go.
Okay? So if you want more from your money, take the pledge and commit to completing these 30 steps in the next 30 days.
Okay.
I love this. Okay?
Let's go, people.
April is officially Financial Literacy Month, but you can pledge to take these 30 steps anytime you're ready. We prefer you to take them now.
Right. And remember,
Stop procrastinating.
don't use April. April,
Right.
May, June, July,
August, September, October, November, December
are all
Financial Literacy Months.
Okay.
Okay, number 1, Dr. Asby.
Okay. Step 1, commit to change. The first and most important step in developing and following a financial plan is to examine your attitudes about money. Are you ready to accept responsibility for changing your financial situation? Do you believe that you can and will change the way you make financial decisions? Can you identify at least one benefit you hope to gain by changing your money management behavior?
Okay, duh. That's the first thing. You have got to commit to change.
Make a decision and
Oh my
accept
gosh.
it. That's it.
You cannot do anything until you decide I'm going to change.
That's it.
It's a commitment.
That is all.
It is a commitment.
So
Let's go on to number 2.
let's do it.
Number 2, assess your finances, please. How you're doing financially. Have we
And
done
the-
said that this whole show?
Right. Come on,
Money doctor. Okay. What are your strengths? What are your areas of improvement? This is a great opportunity to be honest. Didn't you say
Yes.
that at the beginning of the
Yes.
show? Own it.
Own
Accept
it.
it and own it.
That's
Okay.
it.
Be honest about your relationship with money. Write down your feelings and findings. Number 3.
All right. Clearing out the financial clutter. Oh my God. You may be anxious to get started, but it is hard to get motivated when you are knee deep in paperwork. Getting your financial house organized is a great way to begin on your path toward financial wellness. But before you bulldoze that pile, you should know that some things are worth hanging on to. The key is to know what to keep and what to toss. And that's why we're here. Again,
As a resource.
So as a resource.
Yeah, so we can help you with those questions. A lot of you don't know, how long should I keep this? How long should I keep this? Is this valuable or whatever? We're here for that. Please give us a call. Contact us, okay? You can contact me directly at LaShondaJ@HoustonHousewivesOfFinance.com, and you can contact Dr. Asby.
At draisha.asby@gmail.com.
Yes.
Okay, so just reach out.
You just got to reach out, you guys. The help is right here at your fingertips, but you have to initiate
Yes.
it. We cannot come and pull you by the purse strings. You've got to initiate it. You've got to reach out to us. Let's go
Yes.
back to the list. And we're going to kind of swing through these pretty fast because
Okay.
we've only got 10 minutes left in the show.
All right.
So number 4, set yourself up for success. While all members should be aware of family's overall financial situation, choosing one person to conduct the day-to-day financial task is a good way to stay on top of things. The appointed individual should be organized and a good communicator. They should be given uninterrupted time to do their task effectively. Now, here's what I want to say about that, you guys. Please listen very carefully. If one person is responsible for that does not negate the fact that other people need to understand what's going on.
Exactly.
And they have to be involved in the process. I know so many of you say, my husband takes care of this, my wife takes care of this person takes care of this. It doesn't matter who takes care of it. Whoever's not taking care of it needs to be involved in the process and needs to know what's going on and be educated about everything that's happening. Just because you're not the one that's writing the physical check does not mean that you don't need to know that the check was written.
Come on.
And who it was written to and what it was written for and what is remaining in the account.
It's called communication.
Correct. It's a partnership. Okay. Let's go back to the
Okay.
list.
Okay.
Number 5.
All right, step 5, get copies of your credit reports. Your credit reports can provide a snapshot for your overall financial situation. Reviewing your credit reports for accuracy can also help you identify errors or fraudulent activity. Fortunately, it is easier than ever to obtain copies of your reports. The FACT Act gives every consumer the right to a free credit report every year from each of the 3 major credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. To get your free report, just simply visit annualcreditreport.com.
Make it happen.
Let's
Okay,
do it.
Number 5, we're going to speed through this. Clean up your credit report. So once you pull the credit report, can you clean it up? Okay. Now, I've said this many, many times. If you don't change your character, you will always be repairing your credit. So cleaning up your credit report does not mean that, I'm just going to find a way to get rid of a legitimate debt. Listen, you need to pay who you owe. Okay. Make arrangements, do a settlement or do something. But cleaning it up means old things that should be off.
Yes.
It doesn't mean that if I legitimately owe this debt, I need to find a way not to pay it. It's a difference, okay? But if you don't deal with how you're handling money, how you're taking care of your credit, again, that's a character issue. You will always be repairing your credit.
Yes.
Repair your character, and then you won't have to keep repairing your credit. All right?
All right.
Let's go on to the next one.
Okay.
Number 6?
Number
Number
7.
7.
7. Make your money count. All right. So that's just basically knowing what you have, deciding what your income will be from the same or from different sources. Where's your money coming from?
Where's it going?
And where's it going? Where's it coming from?
Every
Where's it
dollar
going?
needs an assignment.
Yes.
Yes, and 30% of that assignment should be coming to pay you. You should be owning at least 30% of your income. If that's not your situation right now, you've got to get in touch with us so we can do a strategy with you and help you move into that direction. By the time you retire, you should own 80% of your income.
Let's
go on to the next one.
All right.
Number 8, identify your starting point. Calculating your net worth is simple as comparing what you owe, your liabilities, and what you own, your assets. And also, you can't start a plan without figuring out where you are. If you're going to put a destination in to GPS, what's GPS going to ask you? Where are you starting from?
Starting point. And
where are you going and where
you
you're starting from? So financially, you have to know where you are currently, and then now you can craft a plan to go to where you want to be optimally in your goal for the future.
That's
Next.
it. All right. Number 9, review your debt situation. Freedom from debt is an achievable goal for every family. The first step in regaining control is to take an honest look at your existing obligations, which we talked about earlier.
That's workshop number 1. Increasing cash flow and debt management. You have to come see us. Next. Number 10, I believe it is. Set your priorities. Creating a list of needs and wants can help you establish your financial priorities. We spend too much money on things we don't need with money we don't have to impress people that we don't like on things that we don't need. So you guys, stop doing that. You have to increase your savings, decrease your lifestyle, and stop trying to keep up with people on social media, your next door neighbors. Those people are broke too. Okay, next. Number 11.
11. Set smart financial goals. Before you think about setting goals, review the 5 parts of SMART goals. S, a SMART goal is specific. It pinpoints something you want to change to achieve. M, a SMART goal is measurable. You can measure or count a SMART goal. A, achievable. Setting goals too high can lead to frustration. R, rewarding. Reaching the goal should be a reward for your hard work. And T, trackable. Set milestones and schedules for your goals.
Absolutely. That's self-explanatory. Let's go to number 12. Number 12, set short-term and mid-long-term goals, okay? You guys, personal financial goals will differ in length of time, okay? There's 1 to 5 year goals, and then there's 5+ years goals. Sit down with us so we can help you get those in order, okay? Number 13.
Pay down your debt.
Pay off.
We're
gonna say pay off
your debt.
Yes.
Pay off your debt.
Enough said on that.
Yeah, we talked
Pay it
that.
off.
Done.
Come to the workshop and do that. Expect the unexpected. Unfortunately, bad things sometimes happen to good people. In fact, bankruptcy filers often cite unforeseen events and cause of their financial demise. But here's what I got to say to that. If you have an emergency fund, it will help you. You will not have to veer off into the direction of bankruptcy if you are creating an emergency fund. You can't create an emergency fund if you're consistently in debt.
Right.
So you have to be able to assign dollars to monies for emergency, monies for saving, and then monies to take care of your responsibilities.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's go on to the next one.
All right. Secure your financial future. Don't despair if you're behind on your retirement goals. If it has any consolation, you aren't alone. Studies show more households are not adequately prepared for retirement.
That's why you have to see us again.
Yes.
So you can come up with a plan. Remember, people don't plan to fail. They just fail
fail
to
to
plan. Okay. Next. Make a commitment. Okay. I'm just going to say here, you have to be committed to changing, just like number 1. This follows in with number 1. You have to be committed to saving. You have to be committed to changing. You have to be committed to doing a monthly budget. You have to be committed. If you're not committed, this is not going to work. Next.
Enough said. Save your goals. Save for your goals. Again, we all set goals. Reaching your financial goals will require you to commit. Again, it's back to that word commitment.
Yes.
It's going to keep coming back, committing to what your goals are.
And if you set a goal, it's not going to make itself happen. You've got to fund the goal.
Right.
Fund the retirement. Fund the kids' college. Fund your retirement. Fund your emergency fund. You fund those things. So you have to set goals for how much you need for each category, and then you have to fund them.
Right.
Next. Number 18, follow where the money goes. For most people, financial health doesn't depend on how much they earn, but how much they spend. We have a spending problem in America.
Oh, yes.
We do. To help you find out where your money is going, call us. We're going to help you.
We got you.
Reach out to us. We're going to sit down and show you exactly where your money is going.
Yes.
Some of you don't do it because you don't like what you're going to see. Well, it's the first step to changing, okay?
It's painful to see.
It's painful, but the truth might hurt a little bit, but you can fix it.
Yes.
If your money is going somewhere that you don't want it to go, guess what you can do? Not send it there.
Hey, it's just that simple. Just
you don't
that
have
simple.
to send it there.
Just that simple.
Let's go on to the next one.
Identify and document fixed monthly expenses.
That's the budget.
Yes.
That's the budget.
That's it.
And you have to have it every month. You don't do one budget and go, I set a budget and that's the budget. No. Every month you have a budget because there's going to be expenses each month that maybe you didn't have those expenses last month. So that's why you have to do a budget every month. And assign those dollars. And you have to do it before the month starts.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
This is already beginning the ending portion of April. So right now,
you start thinking about the budget for May.
Writing it out and assigning your dollars for May. Okay. Let's go on to the next one.
All
20. Identify and plan for periodics. That is, where's your money going from day to day? Again, that goes back to the budget. Number 21.
Document your spending, which we talked about. So tracking your spending, write everything down.
And
so
there's apps that you can use for that even too.
Oh, yeah. There's several apps.
You have to know where your money is going. Number 22. Identify ways to reduce your spending. So when you start jotting down your spending habits, you're going to be able to find where you're blowing your money,
Right.
and you can change those habits.
Those leaky pockets.
Exactly. Without documenting it, you don't know where the money is going. So you have to document it, and then you can identify, oh, I'm spending way too much money here. I need to cut back here. That's what a personal financial strategy will do for you. So you have to reach out for us to help you go through that. Okay. Next.
All right. Save money on groceries. Oh
Yes.
my God.
And I want to say, if you meal prep, and I used to do my grocery bill for the year. I mean, for the month. Do it from week to week, and you will waste. If you're wasting food, you can cut back that way. But you have to look for ways that you can minimize what you're spending. And the first thing is, what am I throwing away out my pantry and out my refrigerator? Then you shouldn't be buying those things, or you're
Right.
buying too much,
Right.
and you're wasting it if you don't have time to eat it. So let's
Right.
go on to the next. 24.
Share a tip for change. So when you identify ways to reduce spending, you are being honest with yourself about your finances. Being honest with yourself and others about your finances will
Share with somebody,
ensure
tell
your
somebody.
success. That's it. Like
You
what we're
know?
doing now. This is sharing. We're
Yes.
sharing. And
We're
this is what
giving
we're
you
doing.
information
Yes.
that knows going to help you. That's why we tell you to share the show. Next. So 25, document your desired spending, and we're going to go on to 26 because we're running out of time.
Protect
Protect
yourself.
yourself by performing financial checkups.
What you
Guess who you
talking-
need to call for that? Us.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to do that annually. If you're on a debt management plan, you need to do that at least quarterly.
Yes.
27.
Understand the cost of credit.
So you need to understand what you're spending and what is costing you for carrying that balance.
Mm-hmm.
The interest, what it's really costing, what's the true cost.
Yes.
And number 28, I love this one. Assemble a financial team. Hey,
Okay,
hey,
what
hey.
I mean,
That's Houston Housewives of
what's
Finance.
What-
We're your money
That's us.
doctors.
That's us.
We're
right
your
here.
money team. You
That's
got to
us.
have us on your team, okay? Number 29.
Appreciate the benefits.
Change may be hard, but the payoff is priceless, you
Yes,
guys.
it is.
You
It
will
is.
love yourself for this.
Oh
Your
my
future
God.
self is going to thank you. And last but not least,
The
number
last-
30,
Keep
moving forward. Okay, congratulations.
Congratulations.
You have given a great deal of thought to your financial situation. You've changed. You need to keep moving forward.
That's it.
Don't slack. Don't fall off. Keep it moving, okay? And with
That's
that
it.
said, we're going to keep it moving. We'll see you next week, same time, same place, right here on The Money Factor.
Awesome.
Okay?